Good morning, everyone. It's Eric with His&Hers HHQ. Before we get into the update here, I've got a couple of things to go over. First off, since I do a lot of promoting local, I'm going to be doing a potentially doing a sponsor build with Bare Bum Essentials. I've actually known the proprietor for a little over 20 years. And her husband are fantastic people. They do all these really funny bath bombs and stuff like that, your essential oils and whatnot. But they've got some really hot sellers for bath bombs, one of which is shaped and looks much like a toaster, and the other one looks kind of like a hair dryer. So I mean, it's really funny. It's, it's kind of dark sense of humor, but it's really funny. They've got a great holiday lineup for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and of course Christmas. So I'm going to promote these guys. I'm going to put them out there. If you've got an idea or can't think of something for that loved one in your life, well, obviously that isn't model related, give these two a holler. Look them up on Facebook and Instagram or barebumessentials.com. They, like I said, they have a great lineup of stuff, and I mean, it's coming into the holiday season, and their holiday themes bath bombs are phenomenal. Give them a look-see. Definitely a fun place to shop, and the people are fantastic. And looking at this, I'm going to have to make a board. Second, BK Games. Look them up on Facebook. They do have a bkgamesonline.com, or you can give them a call. They have a lot of your sci-fi stuff, your Gundams, Warhammer 40K. I've seen a couple of Star Trek and Star Wars, but I mean, they do really have a lot of stuff, and it's a small town thing. And well, as you can see, retro video games. I was just in their shop today, and if you've got the Xbox 360 or the PS2 or PS3, they have stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, look these guys up, give them a call. They can get you right to their lineup of what they have in store, and they can really help you out. It's a local place. They're really friendly, and I mean, it's just a family-oriented, fun place to go and hang out. They do a lot of games and stuff. Fantastic place. Give them a look-see, and as I keep saying, shop local. Now, on to the update. Real quick here. This is, well, pretty well ready for primer. I just have to get this situated and figure out how I'm going to make sure that is good and solid, and the seam holds and everything is nice and level so that it's ready to go. Now, okay, so the bed is the same as it was the last time y'all saw it. I still have to get the wheel well backings in place and the internal bracing or structure support. And I'm going to see what happened is I got to focusing on several other things. Because there's a lot of fabrication, a lot of modification going on. So first, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do, I wanted something supernatural-ish, I guess you could say. So for the air cleaner, instead of a, normal air cleaner, I wanted to do something that would seem kind of, fitting for a Halloween theme. So I'm going to do a jack-o'-lantern. If I had the stuff, I would probably light it. I think that'd be pretty cool, but I don't have that stuff or the materials to give that a try. Maybe I can do it at a later build. But I got to thinking about it, and it's like, how am I going to do the jack-o'-lantern and give it that hollow look so everything works? And I got to digging through my parts boxes and junk boxes and whatnot. And I found a couple of, hubcaps that are identical, that match. And I stripped them of their chrome and glued them together. And that will give me a base to work with the two-part putty. Then I hollowed this out here so that I can do the face on the jack-o'-lantern. So when I do the upper portion and whatnot, I'll give the little stem, but you won't be able to pull it off or anything. But it'll be hollow, so the eyes and all of that will be situated. I'm working on creating or making sure the hole here is big enough to fit right here like I want it to, and I will have a jack-o'-lantern. And then I'm going to set up the distributor and make sure all of that is situated, and this will be ready to go. Next, I've got that big old jack-o'-lantern for an air cleaner. Let's start with the bottom of the hood. I created a hole to accommodate the jack-o'-lantern. But you can't just have a hole, you need a scoop. So I'm trying to figure this out and still work in Jack Skellington's face. So I've got these two bits here of this extra tube styrene. Let me see. There you go. This tube styrene from Evergreen. And those will work because honestly, if you look at his face, it's kind of two little dark holes. What I'm going to do once I have the putty in place, I'm going to give it more of a cat's eye appearance, but not by much because they're really just a couple of little holes. And then this here is a part of a radiator shroud to give me a base point from which to build up putty. Then I'm going to build up or lightly build up a wall around here so I can, it to work as the scoop. Those will be your intakes for the scoop, and then that'll work. So, all right, time to face the music. I have quite a bit more work to go, but now that these are lifted, the eyebrows, and it's getting ready for the putty, I'm going to break out my knockoff Dremel, the Hyper Tough, which I have to say for a knockoff brand of Dremel, it's actually better. I'm far more pleased with this Hyper Tough than I am a Dremel. But we are going to get rid of all of this here and all of this here, so that it all blends in together up under here. This stuff is here as a frame out for the putty to help round off the skull. And what we're going to do is add just a touch more stuff here, because we want to create kind of, well, Jack Skellington's look. So it's split window, obviously, now. And then I closed off the back window. I have to get this filler along here cleaned up. I did mess up, get a couple of gouges, so I've got extra filler, but it looks like a mess, but some of it is actually on purpose. But I've got these bits filled in. I am doing a little bit of sculpting or shaping, but as you can see, I still have a little bit more to go until it's the smoothness that I want, and then I will create Jack Skellington's face, or his mouth here. And to give you the best example of what I'm looking at here, we're going to go ahead and put the hood in place. So when you're looking at it, I mean, you can already really get that sense of Jack Skellington's face there, looking at it like this. And that's what I was hoping to go for, is just creating Jack Skellington as is. And speaking of creating Jack Skellington, I have looked and looked and looked, and I can't find Jack or Sally anywhere. At least not the way I want them or the size I want them. So after reviewing a few videos, which I have done a lot of research in the character sculpting or creating, some of which is like Jack Creator or WAW Creator, whatever it's, I can't remember. Anyway, they do a lot of the working with clays and epoxy resins and creating really cool dioramas. So after reviewing a bunch of various videos, I decided to give Jack Skellington a try. So I've got a frame out here. Obviously there's no head because, well, the head is honestly a skull. But it's round. Yeah, I mean, it's Tim Burton, you know, Edward Scissorhands. It's just really, just picture Johnny Depp movies for the most part. I mean, Sleepy Hollow. Dang it, I'm suddenly at a loss for words. But anyway, Tim Burton, and he did this movie, and it's A Nightmare Before Christmas, and Jack Skellington and Sally are the two biggest characters. So I'm going to attempt to create Jack Skellington. There's wireframe. I was just at the store today and I picked up some of this stuff. So I'm going to attempt to give Jack and Sally a try. And for those of you out there who are fans of Jack and Sally and Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm going to rewatch the movie and rewatch it again. And with the help of my daughter, who is a really big fan, do a lot of reference material, search and whatnot. If I screw up Jack and Sally, I won't show them. They won't be a part of the build. But the only way to find out if I can pull it off is to give it a try. You know, that's one of those things I keep talking about. Is just because you've never done it before doesn't mean you can't do it. So, I'm going to give it a try. And if I fail once, I'll give it another try. And if I fail again, they won't be a part of this build. So, anyway, this is an update on the Halloween themed build. Either Friday or Sunday, I will be doing an update on the Pride of Your Country buddy build with Mark at Blue Street Customs. So be sure you check that out. And again, we're on TikTok, and that's really kind of blowing up on us. So if you're not on that platform, ask your kids, ask your grandkids what the TikTok is, and I'm sure they will help you. You can find me on there at His&Hers HHQ, and I do have a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. I do a lot of actual build process over there, even though most of them are short 15-second or 30-second clips. You get a lot of information out of what I put out there. So again, I appreciate everybody. You've made it this far in the video, so let's go ahead and finish it out. I'm Eric with His&Hers HHQ. If you haven't yet, head on over to Facebook and follow us at His&Hers Hobby Headquarters. And as always, take a moment, like, subscribe, share the content, spread the love and hobby of scale model building. This has just been a phenomenal experience, and we haven't even been up a year. So, you know, share the love, you know, keep the word going, and we'll keep putting out the content. And as always, take a moment, comment below. It may be 5 minutes, it may be 5 days, but I will get back in touch with you. I do try to be as interactive as possible. I really do. You know, I really enjoy the conversations, the comments, and I appreciate it. This community is a phenomenal community, and I am really proud to be a part of it. So again, I'm Eric. Have a good day.